right, you guys. I am getting ready for the day, and I thought I'm going to show you a simple beauty routine that I use all the time that gets me out the door in really the shortest amount of time while still looking put together and feeling amazing when I leave. So I always start with my brows because I don't have any. So I always go with a color that isn't an exact shade to my hair color. You don't want it to be like a perfect match because nobody's like a perfect match. And so I always go with a shade that is a little lighter, a little darker, depending on it's winter. So I'm going with a little darker than a perfect match. And it's short strokes up, just following the natural line. Um, I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't try to make it look perfect. I just want to get it done and have brows. Really, I don't want to look crazy either, so I make sure they're symmetrical. But I don't need them to be super perfect. I'm also going to brush them out to kind of help smooth out those defined lines because I don't want them to look like I did draw them on. And I do go with a little bit lighter brow tint um, just to kind of tone it down and give it a little more realistic, like natural look. It's not much. And you don't have to do both. You can do one. I prefer both just because I like it. But you can do what you want. So the brow tint is amazing. Sometimes I just use the brow tint. I don't even do the brush. But since I am going out to church this morning, I am going to go a little extra. So there you go. That's just totally changing. Just that one little thing changes everything. All right, so next I do my eyes. And you can do your makeup in any order you want. This is just my order that I like to go in. It's based on preference because I tend to get like, when I'm doing my eye makeup, I tend to be messy with that. And so in order to not make a huge mess, and well, to be able to clean up my huge mess, I do my eyes first before I do any of my other makeup so I don't ruin that. I just put concealer on my lid. I use that as my primer for my eyes. Plus, it helps to brighten my eyes because I'm lightening up the eye area and I can get dark circles. So I'm using that as my primer to help lighten up the eye area, keep on the eye makeup. A good primer will keep it on, but I found that this is really a good alternative to like primer, and I already have it, so I don't have to buy anything extra. So that's always nice when you don't have to buy anything extra to do what you're already going to do. I'm really going to keep it super simple today. I am not going to go with a lot of colors. I am going to kind of just keep it more natural. So if you're a natural girl, this is the perfect look for you. I'm going to go with like the browns, the earthy tones. So I always start with the lightest and go to darkest, but I am going to first highlight this eye area because I have really hooded eyes. And so I try to get a little lift with a matte medium shade here. And I'm bringing it up more than you would normally do, but that's because I'm so hooded. You can see I'm so hooded. So I go just on that bone. Side to side is going to give you depth. Circles is going to give you blend. So I always start with the side to side just to give it some deep depth color. And then I kind of blend up. And that just helps to lift that eye area. So there you go. And then I am going to go with this rusticy color. It's a soft color, but it's got that brown in it. So it brightens up the eye and helps to make me look a little more awake. And so I like to use that color. It's soft, but it does have the undertone of those natural browns while being a lighter shade. So that's good when you're trying to open up the eye, especially as you're a lady, a mature lady, an older lady. Don't be afraid to use these shimmers. These shimmers are still really pretty and you can wear them. Just don't overdo them. We're not trying to sparkle like the 20-year-olds, but we do want a little shimmer that just makes us look more white. Now I'm going to go in with a darker brown And I'm just going to keep it in this outer area right here. And don't worry if it looks funny. We're going to blend it at the end. We got our nice blending brush, so we can do that. Get that color in right there. Get that color in right here. And this is just going to help wake us up some more, especially as we age and our eyes start to do that little droopy thing. This is just going to help wake us up some more and look more alert. And I do like to do that little, just kind of brush it in. Okay, let me get my blender. We're going to blend this sucker so we don't look too put together. You don't want those fine lines. That's always crazy when you get those fine lines. You don't want that. So we're going to blend that. See how that does that? Now, if you want a little more darkness, you want a little more depth, I'm going to take like a charcoal, not charcoal, like a chocolate, and I'm just going to define out this ridge line right here, just right here, and I'm going to blend it in. You don't have to go that extra step, but you see the difference, this side versus this side. So I'm just going to, a little bit with my crease brush, and I'm keeping it right on the edge, and then I blend it up. So it just stays more concentrated on the edge. And I do kind of follow that lash line. So there you go. It just helps if you're wanting a little more drama to that look. I like a little more drama. Okay, so that one's good there. I'm going to put that brush back. And see what I mean? I get it messy. It starts getting everywhere. Now, I don't wear an eyeliner on the bottom lashes. What I do is I take a liner brush and I take like that charcoal. Why do I want to say that? It's the chocolate. Take that chocolate color and I line those bottom lashes just really softly, and then I kind of just smudge it out. Because as you get older, you don't want harsh lines. Harsh lines will age you. So you don't want to do that. You want to kind of blend those suckers out so that they don't really just have that thick line. When you're younger, you can do those thick lines. When you're older, you can too. If you love a thick line, go for it. But I will caution you to be careful with it because it will age you. It does just highlights those lines. We're not trying to highlight lines. We're trying to hide lines. So there's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with like a brown eyeliner. Sometimes I do go with a copper, just depending. But I'm going to go with brown today. And let's see if it'll stop doing that camera thing. And so now my eyes pull. So I do have to kind of hold it. Let's see. I've got my mirror right below here. I do kind of have to hold it. I'm not so much pulling on my eye as I am holding it steady because my lids just move. So be careful. You don't want to really pull on your eyelid. But I do have to hold mine steady. So, part of that aging, everything loosens up. If you're not using retinol, you need to. I've started incorporating retinol into my beauty routine to help with that tightening up my skin. If you've never used it, start slow. I use the Mary Kay Clinical Solutions retinol because there's a retinization process that you go through that helps to keep your skin from like having any of those reactions that you will have. You will have, if you put pure retinol on your face and you don't go through some sort of process, you will have a reaction. So I'm going to just touch this up here. But I've started incorporating retinol because I am approaching my mid 40s and I don't want to have to deal with that. All right, so I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at right here. I'm going to put some of this back. I'm going to get my lash curler. I just knocked my beauty blender down. Get my lash curler, and we're going to do the lashes next. And I don't spend a lot of time curling my lashes, just enough to get that lift, and that's it. That's all I really need. Okay, this right now is, I have a couple of different favorite mascaras. This one right here is my current favorite. It's the Great Heights. It's brand new, just came out. It actually, yeah, you can get your hands on it now. You probably have to find a Mary Kay girl like myself to order it for you because I don't think it's on the website yet to order by yourself. But you can look, if you look my website, you can look and see if it's there. It's a great Heights. It's conditioning. It's 12 hours with no smudging, no flaking. And it does, after one coat, make your lashes look like 43% longer is what they say. But I think I get more, and I'm going to prove it to you. I think it's longer than that because I have nothing. You saw I have nothing on my lashes, and I'm putting on my first coat. I do like to put it like a double coat, like on your, like, coming down, get on both sides of the lashes. I think I just picked up that habit in high school when I was on the dance team, and you had to cake that makeup on. Let's see. Let's do these lower lashes, and then y'all decide for yourself, like, how good this mascara is. Uh, and I'll be linking everything. I'll put everything in the description. So if you see something you like and you want to order it, you can go on. There's no pressure there. You can go straight on the website and order it. You don't even have to talk to me, but you can order it. And then if you want to, like, ask me anything, I'm always here to help. I like helping. Reason I joined Mary Kay was really because I like makeup and good skincare, and I don't want all the wrinkles and stuff. And I wanted to save money on what I purchased. So getting to do anything beyond that is just icing on the cake. I really just did it for myself. And, and to serve. I do like to serve. So there you go. Look at the difference. So there's that eye, and there's that eye. So you can kind of see, like, tell me that isn't longer than it looked before. Total difference. So this is the Great Heights mascara that just came out. It's the reformulated from, like, the Lash Love. If you ever use Lash Love, it's that, but reformulated. My nose is running this morning. The weather changed overnight. Like, yesterday it was 84 degrees, and today it's like low 50s. It was hot yesterday. It was getting hot again, and I'm like, no, it's supposed to be winter. But that's Texas weather for you. We're like too far south to keep it cold for very long. But when it does get cold, like, we freak out. But anyways, okay, so all you ladies over 40, 35, you're starting to see changes in your skin. There are things you can do. First off, I'm going to tell you right now, you've got to drink your water. That's going to be key to helping with those wrinkles and fine lines. You've got to drink your water. That is going to give you the most for your money, is drinking your water. Now, you do want to add in some great skincare stuff that's going to help you look better. And the reason I'm saying that is because your makeup is only going to look as good as the canvas it goes on. So if you're taking good care of your skin, your makeup is going to look amazing every time you put it on. I try to take real care of my skin. I'm a grandma. Like I said, I'm approaching my mid 40s. And so I take pride in taking care of my skin because I want it to look good for as long as possible. And again, that's the whole reason why I chose to be with Mary Kay. Not the whole reason, but it's a good chunk of a reason. I also chose Mary Kay because of what they stand for. And I like a women family-owned company that's empowering for women. So there you go. Eyes are done. So we're about to move on to our foundation. Now, you've got to have a good primer. As we age, we need primer. We need primer all the time. Primer is going to help your makeup go on smooth, look good, and stay in place all day. As we age, it fills in those lines. It fills in those lines and cracks and all those places so that when we do put on our foundation, it doesn't settle in those lines, cracks, all those little areas. If you've got large pores, it's going to go in those areas too, and it's going to help just fill them in so that you're not filling them in with your foundation. And then that has that look. So do circles. Think about that. Think we're filling in all of the little cracks and crevices. So always do little circles, go different directions. Make sure that you get everything. Concentrate on the problem areas. That for me is forehead in nose area, that's where you see it the worst. I have large pores too, which you can't tell right now because I've been exfoliating. So I try to take care of that. Normally I would wear my foundation, but since it is a Sunday, I don't want to go real heavy. So I'm going to go with my CC cream, which I absolutely love. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand. And it just gives a lighter coverage. It's got the SPF in it, but it'll give me a little bit lighter coverage that'll go on. And it's a correction complector. Yeah. So it's going to correct any of my complexion. It's real nice. I do like the good CC creams that Mary Kay has because they're real easy to color match. So you don't have to worry about like a foundation. You really got to be careful. You got to color match and make sure you have the right shade or you'll look funny. You know, you'll look like you painted on your face or you'll look super pale, whatever. So I do like the CC creams because they're not as technical to that. So if you're nude who wearing like a foundation and you want something super light, but you want some coverage and you don't want to worry about all that other stuff, you're just not there yet, then let's start with the CC cream. Get you a CC cream. Get one that kind of matches your skin. There's light to medium, medium to dark, and dark. So there's something for everyone. So you see, like, super simple. Always use short strokes when you're doing foundation. Short, you're blending and you're trying to like camouflage. So if you use the short circular strokes, you're going to get a really good blend. I use this blending brush by Mary Kay. Yes, it needs to be washed. It's bristles. They're really tight in there. And let me show you a clean one. So there you go. They're really tight in there. So it feels almost like velvet, but it's going to give you a real good coverage as you put it on. So that's a bonus. So you can use a foundation brush, but I prefer my blending brush because of how great it is. I've got my cheek brush. I'm going to do my cheeks. So just a little bit. And I keep it high because as we age, we want things to look like it's lifted. So I keep it high and I don't streak. I either pat or do circles because I don't want it to look like a racing stripe. So I pat and then I'll do the circles just to keep it up high. But keep it up high is going to keep your face looked up. So you want to keep things pulled up. I'm going to use my little bit on the edge of my contour. And that's going to go like right on the cheekbone. And then I don't worry that it looks stripy right now because I'm going to blend at the end. Same thing over here, right on the cheekbone. So you can see I'm pulling up. So I'm getting that upwards trend. And I'm going to do a little bit of the highlight right above the cheekbone. Again, just to kind of draw that eye up. And then let me get my big puffy brush here. And so I use this one to just blend everything and get that nice even. So simple. You see? I mean, we're almost 20 minutes in and I'm almost done. So it's really a quick and easy process what you're doing. Now, if you want to get fancy, take a little contour and put it right under your lip. Right under that lip. And then blend it out. And you end up with, look at that, a more puffy lip. You really want to get fancy, you can define your nose. And it's just a line. And you bring it up, match it to your eyebrow. Do the other side. This is extra. If you don't want to do extra, you don't have to do extra. And I just do a little bit right there, a little bit right there, so we can contour out the nose. And I just blend with my finger so it contours out. And you can take a little bit of your highlighter, little in, and you get a little shimmer, just a little. If you're trying to define out your nose, you can do that. Don't have to, not a must. Now, here's my secret weapon for all day wear. The setting powder. I put it on now before I do my setting powder. So setting spray, sorry, let me clear that up. Setting spray before setting powder. That just sets everything there that's already there. Then I can take my Silky setting powder, which I love this stuff. It has a blurring effect, so it really does cover up stuff you don't want seen. I like to use my another cheek brush on my setting powder because I can get a really good coverage by patting because it's got that flat bottom. So you can pat. Do you see what it's doing? Does it look like my forehead has a filter on? And because it's got that filtered finished look. Isn't that awesome? So us ladies, us mature ladies, this filtered finish look really complements our skin and covers up just light blemishes. I mean, it's not going to cover up big blemishes, but it is going to help blur it out. And look at that. Look at this side versus this side. Do you see how different that looks? It really is neat. It's not over the top, but it's enough that you can tell and you get that gorgeous filtered look. And remember, we put that setting spray on first, so we're setting everything underneath. This is going on top of that setting spray, which is going to help set it again. And then we're going to come back one more time, and we're going to set it one more time so that we don't lose our finishing, our setting, silky setting powder. Look at that. So there we are. I love this stuff here. This is probably this and my mascara, this Silky Settings Powder, and my mascara are my two biggest go-tos that I will not leave the house without. So let's set them again. So now I've set the powder on top of the set face and everything's good to go. You can, there's a couple of different lip colors, lipsticks, what's the word I'm looking for? Lip liners. That the lip liners that Mary Kay has are 24-hour, like waterproof, like they're going to stay in place. I've ate with them and they've stayed in place. So I think I'm going to go with one today and keep it simple. I'm going to go with a kind of a pink color. It's so good. And I'll wear it as a lipstick, and you can still put a lipstick over it if you want. Totally up to you. But look at that. Isn't that color gorgeous? So if you're going to wear a lipstick, I would just do like this and leave it and then put your lipstick on and do your top. But since I'm going to wear mine for a lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and fill it all in. And then get that top. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Get that all filled in. Real good. Okay. Now it is waterproof, so you've got kind of seconds to set things where you want it before it starts to dry, and then it's impossible to move. So make sure you're ready. But there you go, ladies. This was a really simple, quick and easy color look. So I'll just show you here some of the other colors that you can grab. Yes, there's even a purple. That lilac is really pretty. So these are great lip liners that go perfectly with lipsticks or worn as a lipstick. So there you go, ladies. This was super simple. It's easy beauty. I mean, anyone can do this. Don't be afraid as you mature like myself. Like I said, I'm a grandma and I'm in my 40s. I'm approaching middle-aged 40s. And I did add shimmer to the lids, and I went a little bold on the eyes, but kept it super natural looking with a nice pretty lip and a light blush and contour, keeping everything angled up so that I'm looking more awake and refreshed and ready to go. So I will tag things down in the comments or down in the description so that you can check them out. And if you saw something you like, you can always go to my website, order it yourself. No biggie there. But if you have a question, drop it in the comments. I'm happy to help. Like I said, this was for me, and so I'm sharing it with you, and no pressure or anything there, but I do like to help. So if you've got questions, I'll be happy to teach you what I know. Y'all have a blessed day. See you around.